52, 53, 50... Stop skipping, Mel! Doctor, just because you don't object to being overweight is no reason why I should... Don't argue! Stop! Contritely, Mel obeyed. An unusual occurrence. This young companion had a mind of her own, and keeping fit was a dedicated ritual. But there was urgency in the doctor's tone and a troubled frown on his chubby countenance. What is it? I don't know. He ruffled his mop of fair curls as he studied the console. The slide control for setting time and space coordinates seems to be stuck. Mel, joining him, squinted above the slide control to the readout displays for stabilizing planes. This isn't operational either. Take a look at the computer readout screen. Blank. I'll run a check on the circuit. On Earth, Mel had worked as a computer analyst before becoming the doctor's companion. But expert or not, she could get no response from the computer readout. His patchwork coattail flying, the doctor dashed round the hexagonal console to the hostile action displacement system, which he had neglected to set. Too late! The TARDIS bucked, throwing him to the floor and sending the unanchored Mel slithering across the control room. What's happening, Doctor? What's happening? Against a backcloth of infinite ebony, the TARDIS was being bombarded. Bolts of multicolored energy, a fragmented rainbow, strafed the navy blue police box, tossing it hither and thither. An inharmonious cacophony of sound underscored each salvo. Mel's slim frame was pitched from the wall to the console. The doctor, frantically trying to get to his feet, was cast down again by the sickening, unpredictable lurches. Worse was to come. The whole interior of the TARDIS began undulating and distorting. Assaulted by the dissonant bedlam, propelled violently from side to side by the giddy oscillations, Mel collapsed near her overturned exercise bike, shortly before the doctor spun, reeling headfirst into the plinth of the console. Both remained unmoving, as almost indiscernible through the jarring discord of sound, the materialization bellow began. The TARDIS had been forced into a landing. But where? And by whom? Someone had obviously overridden the TARDIS's sophisticated mechanism and abducted it. For wherever the Doctor had intended visiting, it was certainly not this barren planet. Barren indeed was an appropriate description of Lakertya. Treeless, boulder-strewn, ridged by grassless, stratified granite cliffs, it was as colourless and uninviting as the undistinguished concrete blocks of high-rise flats proliferating in some cities on Mel's 20th century Earth. The human architects there tried to relieve that soulless vista with propitiously planted flowering shrubs and garden beds. The Lakertian landscape nurtured no flowers, at least not in the rocky terrain on which the TARDIS had fetched up. There was colour, though, on this grey planet. The golden profile of a Lakertian was etched against the skyline. Attracted by the disjointed racket, Icona, crouched on a cliff edge, was staring at the strange box materializing in the valley below. Mother-of-pearl scales impinged upon his almost perfect features, which were also complemented by a mane of spiky golden hair. Although his tall figure, cloaked in a saffron-yellow tabard, was predominantly humanoid, there was a hint that Lakertians had a serpentine ancestry at some stage in their evolution. There was a hint, too, of the remnant of a lizard-like tail, hidden beneath the peach cape hanging from his broad shoulders. Obviously intrigued by the noisy arrival of this phenomenon, Icona nevertheless maintained a watching brief. Inside the TARDIS, all was still. The sole sound now was the regular breathing of the two unconscious travellers. Mel, at full stretch, lay against the wall. The Doctor, lying on his front, was partly concealed by the console.